Warren Buffett sold stocks worth $100 billion just now. You all have to tell me if you think that's just a coincidence, or if you think that the best investor in the world has a reason for having the most cash he has ever had at any point in history. Tell me what you think below. But in today's show, I'm going to look into it and tell you why Warren Buffett did sell all of this stock. Because he has said a few things in public, and I've kind of read between the lines and looked at other times he said similar things, and almost every time there has been a huge drop in the market. In essence, Warren Buffett is calling for a bubble burst, which will have an impact on XRP Bitcoin and every other type of trade on Earth. For those of you who want to be ready for what's coming, please destroy that like button so that everyone can see this. Now, let's watch the video. So to start this movie off, we're going to show you all a cool picture. Right here at the bottom, this gray line shows Warren Buffett's cash on hand and how it has changed over time. This is the SP 500 right now, right? We can see that the SP 500 in stock markets in general are at all-time highs. We can also see that Warren Buffett has more cash than ever before, okay? We all know that's a crazy idea, but let's take a moment to think about this. You might remember 1998 and 1999 as the year the dot-com bubble burst. And there's an interesting trend that you can see. At that point, the SP 500 was at all-time highs right around this area. Warren Buffett was saying, okay, I'm going to hold a lot of cash right now because I know the bubble is going to burst. And yes, it did. If you remember, or we were even living at the time, you would remember that over the course of 2 years, internet companies lost 50 of their value, and then things started to get better. After that, we had a slowdown here. Again, Warren Buffett made a crap ton of money at that time, like an amazing amount of money. In other words, Warren Buffett had a lot more working cash after the 1990s than he did from the early 2000s to the late 2000s, like 2010. And this makes it very clear that Warren Buffett has had very little cash on hand every time there has been a big drop, right? He's actually, because he's been putting the money into the stock market, there is a clear link between these two things. Also, you'll notice that every single stock in the SPS 500 is, at an all-time high. Also, Warren Buffett has more cash than ever before. And if we fast forward to 2018, the most recent year with that huge crash, Warren Buffett was once again sitting here looking good with record amounts of cash. Today, the same thing is happening again in the year 2024. This is exactly why we need to talk about Apple stock. Warren Buffett's most recent sell-off was in Apple. Also, Warren Buffett has said many times that he will never sell Apple stock. Because of this, the fact that he sold $90 billion worth of shares and now has that much cash should make people look twice. There have been many times when Warren Buffett said that Apple stock was one of the stocks that he was going to hold forever. So why is he selling all of this stock now? We should definitely ask that question, and we'll have an answer for you guys. In this case, there are two things. Below is what Warren Buffett publicly said when this question was put to him. I will show it to you in a moment. There's also Warren Buffett's general approach to investing, which he talks about in the same conversation. But it really helps us figure out what's going on here. First, I'm going to play a video of Warren Buffett answering the question, why is he selling all this Apple stock? Then we'll get to the real answer. Because let's face it, what do you think will happen to the markets if Warren Buffett tells the truth and says, we're in for a huge market correction? Every investor in the world is going to sell everything. That's not possible for him to say, but we can read between the lines and make a smart choice based on that, which is what we're going to do today. But let's watch the video first. We don't mind paying taxes at Berkshire, which may come as a surprise to you. On the gains we're making in Apple, we have to pay a government rate of 21 bed rate. Has been 52 in the past and 35 not too long ago. The federal government owns some of the money we make from our business. Even though they don't own the assets, they do own a piece of the profits. They can change that number every year. And the number they've decided on right now is 21. Because of the way things are now with money, I think something has to give. Also, I believe that extra taxes are, there you have it. Warren Buffett is saying that he thinks taxes will go up. Wow, this is very strange. Warren Buffett doesn't usually guess, and there aren't any firm plans to raise company taxes right now. To counter this, Warren Buffett says that they are selling their Apple stock because they think that corporate taxes will go up in the future and they want to get rid of it while the taxes are still low. Don't misunderstand me. While Kamala Harris is in office in 2025, it is possible that she will raise taxes on businesses. I mean, business taxes are the lowest they've been in 40 years right now. Thanks to Trump, it is possible for this to happen. But this line of thinking doesn't make any sense when we look at Warren Buffett's track record when it comes to spending. We need to really ask ourselves that question. If Warren Buffett thought that Apple stock would reach a market value of $5 to $10 trillion, would he still sell these things now if the taxes were going up? Without a doubt not. In other words, he knows something we don't, and it's not the fact that he is sitting on record amounts of cash right before every market downturn is just a random event. Don't fool yourself. He doesn't always time the market right, but later in the same interview, he gives a more clear answer to this question, which shows what he really thinks about the stock market right now, and by extension, what's likely to happen with cryptocurrency. So a very smart reporter asked Warren Buffett, why are you holding on to so much cash? That's the question I think we all want to know the answer to. And I think his answer will shock a lot of you because there is no way for him to avoid answering this question, which I think will surprise a lot of you. Pay attention. That seems pretty simple to answer. Our group doesn't use it because I don't think anyone at this table knows how to do it right. I'm not on a food strike or anything like that. For some reason, things don't look good. Okay, things don't look good. Are you Warren Buffett? Why do you have so much cash on hand right now? Things don't look good. That, in my opinion, is a pretty strong sign that some kind of downturn's coming. Policy made by the government isn't very good. At this point, it looks like the stock market is way too high. I don't think it's a good idea for me to put my money into anything right now because there is a lot of danger. Yes, that sounds exactly like what he's saying without him actually saying it. But there is one sign that has been so good at calling every single market crash before it happened, and that is the Buffett indicator. I'm now going to show you the Buffett sign and where it is now, because this is probably exactly what Buffett looks at to decide if stocks are a good deal right now. The Buffett measure basically just compares the S&P 500 to the US government's total GDP. This lets you know when we are in a bubble. In general, Warren Buffett likes to buy stocks when they're below this line, and he likes to sell stocks when they're above it. Anyone want to guess where we are now? You have 1 second to type your guess in the comments section below. Look at this now. In essence, this means that the stock market is in a pretty big bubble. We were last at this level in November 2021. Please start the drum roll. Want to guess what happened in November 2021? We were almost 200 of where we are now. Yes, there was a big decline that saw it drop from 190 to 141. At the same time, it was the all-time high for the crypto market during this time, if you remember. That was, the top tier of altcoins going to the moon in November 2021. I'm sure you all remember that time. During that time, I made a lot of money, but a lot of other people lost a huge amount of money. The next month, 2 months, or 3 months after that, this was because of the changes we had earlier in the new year. There must be a lesson to be learned from all of this then. Follow Levi if you don't want to get messed up. Really, it's that easy because I give you the best information and we'll give you investing tips on a level that Warren Buffett would be proud of. Okay? That's it. Click that button again. Also, I really need you to do me a huge favor. We are doing a short trade right now because of everything I talked about in this video and all the technical signs I'm looking at. That's why I'm short Bitcoin right now. Right now, I have 2 short positions on XRP that are, get ready for this, 25 and 18 in profit. I'm going to keep these jobs open for a little while longer. If you want to make money with me, sign up for Margex using the link below and join my Discord. That way, every time I make a trade, you'll be the first to know. It's a great time to short Bitcoin right now if you want to make a trade. You can find all of that information in my Discord. Now is a great time to sell XRP short. Please wait for the fix. We'll then make some money on the short, and after that, we'll probably go long. After that, life goes on. Sign up for